You know when you're scrolling through Instagram and you see this picture-perfect version of a country? Well, today, we're going to look past all those filters. We're going to explore this incredible contrast. The India you see online versus the India lived by millions and millions of people every single day. Let's dive into the story of these two Indias.
Okay, but before we go any further, I just want to be really clear about something. Our goal here, it's not to criticize, not at all. It's about peeling back the layers to understand a much deeper reality. You know, the full, complicated picture that social media usually misses.
So, let me just ask you this. What if all those bright, perfect, amazing images of India that pop up in your feed, what if that's only half the truth? Just one really carefully selected chapter of a much, much bigger story.
All right, first things first, let's step into the world of Instagram India. This is the India you probably know, the one we all see. A reality seen through a filter, you know, perfectly tweaked for likes, shares, and just endless scrolling.
I mean, when you're scrolling, India just looks like an absolute dream, doesn't it? It's this world of crazy, colorful festivals, super luxurious lifestyles, and these breathtaking travel spots. It just feels like one endless party, gorgeous, captivating, and totally picture-perfect.
And don't get me wrong, this side of India is definitely real. It exists. But it's only one side of the story. And this is where that story takes a really sharp, unexpected turn.
Okay, so now let's go beyond that perfect camera angle. We're going to pull back the curtain on the perfectly staged shots and the amazing lighting to see what daily life actually looks like for the vast majority of people.
And here's the thing you got to understand. For millions of people, the real India looks absolutely nothing like an influencer's reel. It's an unfiltered life, lived far away from the camera, and it almost never makes it onto our social media feeds.
So what does that life actually look like? Well, it's the reality of jam-packed streets and just overwhelming traffic. It's daily wage workers who are up and out the door before the sun rises. It's commuters spending hours crammed onto trains. It's the daily, unfiltered struggle for the most basic things we take for granted.
In this contrast, it gets to the very heart of what we're talking about today. It's one country, but two completely different realities. And a lot of the time, they exist just a few miles or even a few streets apart.
This chart just lays it all out so clearly, doesn't it? On one side, you've got your fancy rooftop restaurants and luxury cars. And on the other, you have street food stalls and crowded public trains. It's the difference between a global, cosmopolitan lifestyle and the struggle just to get clean water. It's curated perfection versus raw, unfiltered survival. Two worlds side by side.
So let's take a closer look at that second world. This is life beyond the gram, right? A life that's not driven by creating content, but by the basic fundamental need to survive.
The rhythm of this life is just relentless. It starts way before dawn. It involves these hours-long commutes on packed trains, and then it's a full day of nonstop work. And after all that, the long journey home, just to wake up and do it all over again? You're not going to see this in a viral reel, but make no mistake, this is the engine that keeps the country running.
But, out of this daily struggle comes something incredibly powerful. It's a concept called jugaad. It's this spirit of finding really creative solutions when you have very little to work with. It's innovation born out of pure necessity. It's not about being perfect, it's about being resilient. It's about finding a way to make it work no matter what.
And that brings us to maybe the most important point of all. To really truly understand a place like India, you have to look beyond the screen. You need to see the full picture, not just the highlight reel, but all the grit and the reality that happens in between. And this gets right to the heart of it, because this story isn't meant to make you feel pity. It's a story about incredible human strength. It's about the deep truth that even in the middle of a struggle, there is so much strength. Even in chaos, there's life.
This is the deeper truth we've been building up to. It's seeing people with so much less than what we see celebrated online, and they still find these profound reasons to smile. Their strength isn't something they have in spite of the struggle. It's forged because of it. This resilience, this is the true backbone of the country. So, I want to leave you with a question. The next time you see one of those beautiful, perfect images of India pop up on your screen, what are you going to see? Will you remember this other side of the story we've explored today?
Because the full picture of India isn't just beautiful in the way a filter can make something look. It's something so much more profound. It's real. And that reality, with all its challenges and all its strength, Well, that's a story truly worth knowing.